Hey everybody, I hope you guys can hear me well. As always, please let me know if you can't hear me or if there's some issue or concern. Please let me know as always. I want to cover a couple things that kind of came up today, particularly those in New York City and New York State, but particularly New York City issues. As you guys know, I'm sitting here in New York City. The first one is Amazon. For some of you know, Amazon was trying to build its second headquarters here in New York City, actually Long Island City, which is a part of Queens. For those of you who don't know that, it's a part of Queens right next to me. I live in Astoria. It's right next to me. So they were trying to build that, and they pulled out. They said no. I'm glad they said no. But I'm not glad they say no because I'm against Amazon. I'm not against Amazon at all. I really hope that Amazon would come here. That's great. However, what I'm against is the $3 billion we were going to give them. $3 billion to show up. And here's the issue. What's actually happening right now is people are saying, look, this is terrible. We lost Amazon, or things of that sort. Or the reverse. Hey, look, we should have gotten it, whatever the case may be. What no one's saying is, if your state or your city sucks so bad that I have to give you more than $3 billion for you to come, you need to fix your state. New York State's a disaster. We had to bribe Amazon $3 billion and they still said no. Let me say it again. We had to bribe Amazon $3 billion and they still said no. Now, again, I'm glad they said no because I don't want to give them the $3 billion. I want to change my state, change my city to where they want to come and they eagerly want to come. We are looking at this completely the wrong way. The idea is, well, we missed an opportunity. No, we have a broken state. We have to stop this idea that bribing is the right, in fact, the only answer. Think about this for a second. People were unhappy because they thought the infrastructure in Long Island City couldn't handle Amazon. When our mayor, Mayor de Blasio, was asked, how are you going to fix the local infrastructure? His answer was, we're going to have to tax local businesses. So you're giving Amazon $3 billion and then taxing local businesses? I have an idea. If you've got $3 billion to spend, give it to the local businesses so they can build better businesses there. Fix the infrastructure there. So give a tax break to New Yorkers. Insert thing here. There are many better ways of dealing with $3 billion than giving it to Amazon. What did Amazon learn? Nothing. What did we learn? Nothing. What makes me upset about this more than anything is Amazon pulls out, and in reality we learn nothing. Nothing's changed. I can't find one news outlet that's actually saying, you know what? Why aren't we changing what we're doing? I watched some local news this morning, and the local news was not about, wow, this is really a wake-up call for us. Let's make change. Nope. It was not that at all. What they said was, but we lost these jobs, or I'm glad we didn't do it. They simply took a side. That's it. They accepted the left-right paradigm. The only answer was Amazon with $3 billion or nothing. Nothing in between. Pick a side, and that's that. We really have an opportunity to learn something here, and I hope that some people are paying attention. What do I mean by that? Amazon should have been happy to come to our city. If this was 50 to 100 years ago, they would have been happy to come to New York City, just to be in New York City. Now, give me $3 billion or no thank you. That's where we are now. That's how broken our city is right now. Horrible. Horrible that's the case. I am saddened that $3 billion wasn't enough, but I don't want them to come anyway. But the fact that $3 billion was, I want to say it again, $3 billion was not enough to make Amazon come here. How broken is this city? How broken is this state? And who is saying it? Is there one politician going, wow, let's fix this? No. Is there one news outlet here in New York City saying, wow, let's fix this? No. This is why I'm upset. We've learned nothing from our errors, and we'll just do exactly the same thing. And in fact, those who liked Amazon, when we bribed the next big company to come over here, Google, here's $4 billion. We'll say, see, we missed it with Amazon. We will have learned nothing. I'm really bothered by this. All right. I'm glad they're gone, though. I'm glad it happened. I didn't want to give them $3 billion. Let's hope somehow we can make something work out of this that's better. All right. There's a second thing that happened in New York City that I'm also very bothered by. Those of you who are local may know. Recently, a cop was killed. A cop, it's uncommon in New York City, but that happened. And here's what actually happened. There was a guy who was trying to rob a retail outlet. I think it was like a print copy place. He had a fake gun. I'll say it again. He had a fake gun. It was not a real gun. It was a toy gun. Cops came. 4 to 5 cops showed up. These cops fired 42 times. Let me say it again. The cops fired 42 times over the course of 11 seconds. The guy had a fake gun. He couldn't fire back. He has a fake gun. They fired 42 times over 11 seconds. And guess who they killed? Another cop. The cops killed one of their own. Friendly fire. Horrible. Horrible. I feel terrible about that police officer dying. So what was the response? This goes back to Amazon. What have we learned from this? Nothing. You know what they did? They deified the dead cop, and I get that. When my father died, I deified him too. My father was in law enforcement. I understand. I'm not mad at them deifying the cop. It's common. People do it all the time. I'm not mad at that. But you know what they did? They charged the robber with murder. Let me say it again. They charged the robber with murder. So the guy who had the fake gun is charged with the murder of the cop who was shot by other cops. That happened in New York City. Mind blown. Not that this guy shouldn't go to jail for robbing. Go to jail. You're a burglar. You're a robber. Go to jail. I got it. But his life's over now, for sure, because he's now charged with the murder of that cop. So the answer is only one thing. Punish. Someone's got to go down. It's that guy. A cop died. That guy has to die. But here's the worst part. It actually isn't. That isn't the issue. Should the guy be punished? Yes. Should we feel sorry for the cop? Of course. But I want to be clear about something. The guy didn't have a real gun. Therefore, he didn't fire back. He had no real firearm. Cops fired for 11 seconds. 42 rounds. Bang, 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 bang. Haven't figured out he doesn't have a gun yet? Bang, 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 bang. Oh, shit, he's got no gun. They fired 42 times. He didn't have a gun. And they shot the cop. Why aren't we saying instead, why did they fire 42 times? Why was the first answer opening fire? Why was the first answer fire and empty your weapon on a guy who's not firing back? Why was that the answer? To be clear, I don't think the cops are bad guys. I don't believe that at all. But what kind of training do they have? What kind of environment do they have? What were their leaders telling them? Were their leaders telling them, everyone's trying to kill you, shoot first? Were they saying that? Sounds like someone's telling them that. Were they so afraid they're going to be killed? Was that it? Was their protocol immediately pull a gun the second you see another gun, shoot right away? What about drop your gun, drop your weapon, stop? So many things. Are cops that afraid that when they even see a firearm, the first answer is start shooting? Is that how afraid our cops are? What kind of environment do we have? What I didn't hear, again, no politician, no media outlet says, we got to look at what our environment is for our cops. Why in the world would they fire 42 times over the course of 11 seconds for a guy who's basically unarmed? Why would they do that? And then shoot their own cop? Why would they do that? Oh my God. How are we training them? What's this environment? Why is this happening? We should care. No. Deify the cop who was shot. charged the guy who was there for murder, and everybody was happy. The mayor's like, yes, our hearts go out to this cop. Our hearts go out to this guy, and he's deified, and I got it. But wow, there's a bigger issue here. No one talks about it. I watched local news, local New York City news. Well, yeah, so sorry for that cop. Glad they charged that guy with murder. Why are you glad that they charged the guy with murder who didn't have a real weapon? Charge him with robbery or larceny or whatever is the appropriate law. Charge him with that. I got it. Charge him with that. Put him in jail for that. Makes sense. Guy's going to go to jail for killing a cop. Why? Got to punish somebody. Got to punish somebody. So the cop who shot the cop, we don't even know his name. But the guy who was there, pictures of him everywhere, his name, he's Satan incarnate now. He didn't shoot anybody. He didn't shoot anybody. I will guarantee you he's going to jail for murder. Guaranteed. Going to prison for murder. Guaranteed. No one's going to defend him. He's finished. Why? We deified a police officer. And again, I get why we deified them. I get it. I'm not a fan, but I understand it. I'm not mad at that aspect. I'm mad that no one looked deeper and said, we have a problem. This is one of the reasons why the cops kill so many civilians. Because of this. Now they kill a cop. This is the perfect time. You just shot your own. This is the perfect time to look and change how you police, to change your training, to change your environment, to change your culture. It's the perfect time to do this. Nope. We won't do it. But change this. What the answer always is, and they've been showing it, by the way, if you look at the news, you'll see. They're showing you all the gun. This is the gun he had. Look at this. Trying to get you to believe, see, the cops were afraid for their lives. I got it. What would happen if it was me? Anybody else? You. You have a legally owned firearm. Someone pulls out a fake gun. You shoot them. You're going to prison. New York City, you're going to prison. A guy pulls a fake gun on you. You shoot him, you're going to prison. I feared for my life. Doesn't matter. Wasn't a gun, illegal firearm. You're going to prison. But cops fire 42 times over 11 seconds, kill one of their own. Whatevs. Whatevs. This is the perfect time to change culture. And I don't hear the governor saying it. I don't hear the mayor saying it. I don't hear anybody saying it. Why? This is the time for someone to use the bully pulpit and say, you know what? Let's change our policing environment. Our cops shouldn't be thinking this way. They shouldn't be shooting each other. And if you know what? If they shot this guy, what kind of training are they getting? I do not believe for a second that these cops wanted to kill their own. Don't believe that. Their training, their environment is not good enough. Clearly. But we're so worried about punishing those who attack our cops. So concerned. We have to make sure that those who attack our cops are punished no matter what. It drives me crazy. So I wanted to bring that up because it bothered me. And I wanted someone to say something. So I wanted to talk about Amazon and talk about policing. This is a perfect example of this. All right, there's one more thing I want to bring up. And that is the national emergency that Trump is probably going to call tomorrow. This is really a bad idea. Whether you like the wall or don't like the wall, this is absolutely 100% the wrong way of getting it. It is the wrong way. First, it was the Mexicans going to pay for it. Then it was the trade deal was going to pay for it. Then it was Congress is going to pay for it. Now I'm just going to sign an executive order, a national emergency. This is the wrong way, guys. I know some of you want the wall. I know this is the wrong way to get it. You start doing this, you just set a precedent. I don't get what I want. Emergency. I don't get what I want. Emergency. And this comes to, I want to get stuff from you. I want to get whatever I want from you. You won't give it to me? Emergency. This is the wrong way. I hope Trump turns around, and I hope he changes his mind and does not do this. This is a bad idea. Because here's the issue. If he goes emergency, if he actually does this, the odds are it's going to go to court anyway. Right? Democrats are going to jump all over this and say, see, executive power, blah, blah, blah. No way. They're going to do that. It's going to go in court. Odds are it's going to be stopped anyway. Odds are. If he does, it's emergency. I'm going to go against the courts. Why was he rolling the dice? Here's my gut. I think Trump absolutely knows that he can do it, that it's a gamble. He knows. And he's rolling the dice yet again. Because that's what he does. I think he's rolling the dice again. And he's saying if I roll the dice, he thinks he's in trouble. And he is, because the wall was a promise that he made. And the people like Trump, they want their wall. And that's his people. If he doesn't get his wall, he knows he may lose the election. He's like, I'm going to roll the dice. And if I get my wall, total victory. He's president 2020, no matter what. That's what he believes. Total victory. I beat the courts. I beat Congress. I beat everybody. I got my wall. So the payoff for this is huge if he gets it. But if he doesn't, I think he believes he's going to have a scapegoat. He's going to blame the courts. And say, the courts wouldn't let me have it. That's my gut. But I got a feeling that may backfire. Guys, this is a bad idea. If you want that wall, this is the wrong way of getting it. It absolutely is. It's the wrong way of getting it. I really hope he changes his mind. If he doesn't change his mind and he loses, he wasted all our time. He wasted everything, and he's not going to run in 2020 if he doesn't have that wall. He's not running because the economy is already struggling. Those of you paying attention, Trump ran on two things. Economy, wall. Economy's failing. You've been watching the numbers, been happening. I warned you guys last month about this. I warned you guys months ago about this. The economy's failing. It's already starting to do this already. So he's not going to have a great economy for 2020. He doesn't have a wall. Ball game's over. Ball game's over. I think he's gambling on this. I think it's going to backfire on him. But if it doesn't backfire, and he actually gets the wall, right? If he actually gets it, he just set a precedent that every single president who wants something can just declare an emergency and get it. This is a problem. For those of you who aren't hardcore libertarian like I am, right? I'm hardcore for some people who are watching. I know. I've seen presidential power expand for the past 50 years. Democrat, Republican, nothing but that. That's all they keep doing. Expanding presidential power. Him too. For those of you guys who love Trump, you think he's not that way. Him too. They're all doing it. Everyone's been doing it. All of them have been just expanding it. That's it. If he goes here, I think that's a bridge too far. If he actually does this, we're creating a king. We're creating an emperor. He can get whatever he wants, declare emergency. I hope he doesn't do it. If he does do it, I really hope that it fails. So to be clear, he's not the only one to do this. I want to be clear. There's many things that have been used for emergency. 9/11, oh my God, they made everything an emergency. So tons of things have done it. I get it. But you don't want to use an emergency to build this wall. Because here's the argument. If this was an emergency, right? What changed? Was it an emergency 4 years ago? Was it an emergency 2 years ago? What changed recently to make it an emergency? It's a problem. Someone just typed it and they're right. If he does this, when a Democrat wins, what's the Democrat going to do? Oh, healthcare is a national emergency. Single payer. This is a bad precedent. For you guys who want the wall, this is the wrong way of getting the wall. Because Trump gets his wall this way, then whoever wins, whatever, Biden going to win, whatever. Biden wins or Kamala Harris wins, whatever. Whoever wins in the future, they then decide to get open borders because of emergency. They then decide to get single payer because of emergency. They get whatever they want because they call emergency. This is a problem, guys. I know some of you want the wall. This is the wrong way. We can't make that happen. And then, anyway, I'm sorry. I've gone long on this. I want to make sure we understand. This is the wrong way of getting it. We don't want someone to proclaim national emergency when there's no reason, right? Is there a Zika outbreak? Is there an issue where he could say this issue is the reason why, so then he could then get rid of national emergency? Because that's the second thing. Once you have a national emergency, if you don't say it isn't anymore, then it just stays. We have stuff that's a national emergency from the 70s that's still in play now. And the federal government is doing a bunch of stuff right now that's basically unconstitutional, the president is, because of national emergency from like 1978. That's happening. Someone just typed climate change, Green New Deal, national emergency. Exactly! Do you want the Green New Deal to be national emergency and just now done? This is a bad idea. It's not a national emergency. It's the wrong way of getting this. Look, this is politics. What does that mean? That means you got to get out there and convince people it's the right move. You've got to convince Congress it's the right move. You've got to convince the Senate it's the right move. You've got to scare their people to believe they're going to get, voted out of office, that it's the right move. So you get your wall because people believe it's the right move. That's how you get your wall, or you shouldn't get a wall. It's not wall no matter what. That's a bad idea. National emergency, to Laura's point, will soon mean I just want stuff. Once you do that, what stops every governor from doing it? What stops every mayor from doing it? This is a seriously bad idea. And the worst part is the media is not saying anything about this either. What stops every governor from doing it? Then the governor goes, so you know what? National emergency. So I'm going to privatize all your businesses. I'm going to double a property tax. National emergency. Bad idea. All right. If you have to weigh in this, I wanted to cover those three pieces. Amazon, cops, and Trump. Thank you guys so much for listening tonight. I know some of you listened to my radio show last night also. I'm trying to go live more and more and more. I'm trying to be involved as much as I can. Look, our fight is not over. We're still going. We still have to get stuff done. Keep talking. Keep sharing. Keep letting people know what's happening. Let's not stop. We've got stuff to do. Let's keep doing it. All right, guys. If you got a second, go to LarrySharpe.com. Donate, support. Talk to you all soon. Have a good night.